What are some examples of entrepreneurship in economics? If I am interpreting your question correctly, in the field of economics, what are examples of entrepreneurship? There are a few recent businesses that come to mind. First would be cryptocurrencies in general, but primarily Bitcoin. The main appeal of Bitcoin gets to the heart of economics in that it alters the formula for a medium of exchange. It is partially like gold but yet is digitally faster and more secure than sovereign notes. Other examples are in changing the information flow in markets. For instance, TrueCar earns money through selling an understanding of the market environment and economic information surrounding the demand curve price. Similarly, though not purely entrepreneurship in economics, are marketplaces like eBay and Amazon that heavily rely on market and pricing theories. The whole reason that those companies can make money is that they increase supply, competition, substitutes through creating a broader market. Lower prices on Amazon because of the increased supply, etc. Draws buyers in. Yet Amazon doesn't make any of the products it sells. Miles, who gave an answer, is also correct, but it is hard to count things that come out of huge corporations as entrepreneurial. Entrepreneurs are those who seek to solve the world's problems and capitalize on the solutions they offer. When an entrepreneur starts a business, they are creating jobs, providing services and products people spend their money on, and inspiring other businesses and growth. Entrepreneurship and technology also enable globalization and the integration of markets and economies. There are several ways entrepreneurship drives economic development. One reason for economic stimulus is entrepreneurship's ability to meet demands unaddressed in the market. Investments can be made into the needs society desires most. Entrepreneurship also provides employment opportunities and allows people to trade their labor for a wage. These new careers raise the standard of living and grow the economies nearest its employees and affiliates. The economy is able to grow to a global scale with markets becoming increasingly integrated thanks to entrepreneurship and technology. Transportation, global infrastructure, and a large, more complex economy are all supported by entrepreneurship. By integrating markets, there are more variables and therefore more opportunities. With large diverse markets, competition is heavily encouraged. Businesses will compete with one another in order to have the best product or service for the consumer. This drives innovation and efficiency. Entrepreneurship also plays a role in stirring up the economy when the innovation it encourages helps us better address some of our largest, most threatening problems, such as environmental threats and natural resource degradation and use. Accelerated innovation, thanks to entrepreneurship, also impacts socioeconomic outcomes as creative business practices and technology work to deliver goods and services to those without them once before. Agricultural economies are also greatly impacted by entrepreneurship when it brings new innovative business practices or agricultural tech advancements. The economics of entrepreneurship explains how economic conditions and incentives affect entrepreneurship, and how the actions of entrepreneurs in turn affect the broader economy. For instance, the trade-off between expected financial returns and the risks of those returns affect the decisions of employees to become entrepreneurs. Also, this trade-off and economic incentives, financial inducements, for example, the prospect of a healthy profit, more generally affect the hiring and investment decisions that entrepreneurs make when they establish and grow their businesses. At the same time, these saving and investment decisions affect aggregate wealth accumulation in the economy, while entrepreneurs' hiring decisions affect an economy's aggregate employment and unemployment rates. The economics of entrepreneurship also analyzes the effects of borrowing constraints on rates of entrepreneurial entry and performance, the role played by entrepreneurs in stimulating employment and innovation growth in the economy, the existence of market failures in entrepreneurial economies and the scope for public policy to design programs to correct these failures, how incentives within incumbent firms stimulate entrepreneurial spin-offs and the effects those have on the broader economy, identification of the economic determinants of growth, at the levels of the venture, the region and the economy as a whole.